Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with another layout, and this is one of the last layouts that I got done at the crop. I think I only have like one or two more that I can upload to YouTube. So coming up at the very end, and this again was just scraps, and I know I've said this so many times, but it is my favorite way to scrap because I feel like the page kind of puts itself together. So I took this blue and white polka dot paper, and it was really cut quite crookedly. So I straightened it out, and then this one here was about 8 by 12, and then I just cut it down to about 8 by 8, and I made it so that it was just bigger than my polka dot paper. And then the polka dot paper is smaller, like not as long as the other one, so it's going to give me a perfect spot to put my journaling at the bottom of the second pattern paper. Then also I had a leftover that was that background, the wood grain bluish background, and so that I had a leftover of that. I had just used the outside of it, I think, and I was using it just to mat another layout, and I thought I don't want to waste all that nice blue wood grain pattern paper, so I had just taken a knife and just gutted out the inside. So I kind of used it in the size that it was in, and it was about 10 by 10 or 11 by 11, and I mounted that on some white cardstock. And as you can tell, already like 2 minutes in, which would have been like 8 minutes in, I already started playing with my embellishment clusters. Now these two photos are two 4x4 photos, but because I'm working with scraps and they're a certain width, I decided to just cut down my pictures, which was okay because one of them is of us gassing up when we were in the States, and the other one is a sign of how much gas prices are compared to us. And that's what my journaling is going to be, is how much our gas prices are so crazy compared to the States. And I know that people in the States find that their gas prices are high, but I'm telling you, we pay so much more, because for us in the States it's in gallons, and in Canada it's in liters. And and in a gallon there's almost 4 liters, and right now we pay like $1.30 something a liter. So that is almost $5 a gallon. And a lot of times we see, when we go to the States, it's like 3 something. And so for us, when we go to the States, we're like, oh my goodness, this is so cheap. And my truck, which right now takes about $85 to fill, like with our gas prices, where we're in the States, it's like $40 to fill my truck. And it's like, oh my goodness, it's like double, to fill our gas tank. So I want to make sure that I document that, because I think that'll be interesting to read about, years from now, how much gas prices, was here and how much it was while we were traveling. And then in one of the embellishments that I had put with this page kit, and this again, I'm pretty sure it was, using leftovers from the Scrap-a-thon class. So just, trying to put everything that was the same color, and it had this little moped, and I thought, that is just perfect. It uses gas, so it works. It's not a car or a vehicle or any, a family vehicle, but to me, it kind of went anyway. It was close enough, we'll just say. And so I just thought it was a great place to use it. And then I had a tag that I cut just the top off, and that's going to be my embellishment foundation for the top embellishment. And now I'm feeling good about, how this page is going. So let's glue her down. Let's move on and get this page done. And I find that, yes, a lot of times I have to rip stuff up because I glue stuff down quite quickly. But I find that I get pages done a whole lot faster too, because I spend less time moving stuff around. As soon as I like the way it looks, I just nail it down. I just glue it down and move on to the next step. So while I'm finishing up just gluing down these embellishments that I decided on, I'll just give you a little update about what's been going on. So I got back from New York on June 2nd, and then I had an appointment on the Monday, and then I started work, and I worked, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then on Saturday I went to a scrapbook day. It was like from 9 to 9. Ended up coming home at 5 because I was exhausted. I was still exhausted from the New York trip, and then going right back into 3 12-hour shifts. And then this last week, my husband and I started, since I am back full force, I can start walking again. So we started sort of like an exercise thing. We started our walks again, which I absolutely love. I love, like, where my house is. It's just, we go out our driveway and it's like a side road, and on weekdays we walk 3.5 kilometers, and on weekends we walk the 7 kilometers, and I just absolutely love that. So we did that, and on top of that we decided to kind of change our eating habits, and that's been a lot of like research and finding new recipes, and we cut all the carbs out of our diet, so no sugars, no carbs, or very little carbs. And so I'm trying to find, it's a lifestyle change. So I've been doing a lot of looking up recipes and trying out recipes, and so that's what I've been up to. Plus, I am working on my next class, which is 2-page spread, which will be around June 28th. I'm thinking it's going to be done. So I've been working hard on that every day and finding new recipes and, doing our walks and just enjoying the summer. For Father's Day, we walked for 12 kilometers down some trails. There's a national park that's about an hour away from where we are, and we drove there with Mason and my oldest daughter, and we walked trails all afternoon, so that was fun. And I had an appointment at the surgeon today, just the 6 weeks, it's actually 7 weeks, but just to check up, and he said everything looked good. On one of our walks, I don't know, it wasn't feeling the same. It was hurting a little bit, but he said I probably just pulled a muscle. Everything looks good. So yes, it didn't hurt as much today. It was more like on Saturday. Saturday was hurting a little bit, but of course, as soon as I was able to start walking, we didn't start with, a little walk. I went for a big giant walk. I just missed it so much. So now the next step is going to be starting up on the treadmill, and now we have an elliptical machine. So just thought I'd give you an update. I know a lot of you have asked me how I was feeling and if I was better, and yes, I'm feeling much better. The pain is pretty much all gone except for what happened on Saturday, but apart from that, all is good. And I just want to thank you for all your questions and concern, and I appreciate each and every single one of you. And that's it. That's going to complete the layout, and I just want to let you know there's not going to be pictures at the end because my mom is here and Mason is here also. So I still wanted to upload a video today, but no pictures. But we will see you on Thursday. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit subscribe. If you're enjoying these videos, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up and maybe leave me a comment down below. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Bye.